Good to go? Looks like we're good. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome. This is a special business meeting of the Valencia County Commission for April 29th, 2026. Tom Raz, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioners, we have the agenda before us this evening. Are there any changes or questions regarding the agenda by fellow Commissioners? Staff? Be no changes. A recommendation to approve the agenda as presented this evening.
So moved.
I have a motion for approval by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Bazell. Any discussion on the motion of the second? None. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it is approved. We have one set of minutes. It was from our April 15th, 2026 public hearing business meeting. Are there any changes to those minutes by fellow Commissioners? There's none, staff? No. Recommendation to approve the minutes as presented this evening.
So moved. Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner Sparkman. Any discussion on the motion or the second? Seeing none, Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, they stand approved. Okay. Move on to our discussion, non-action items. Commissioners, anything you wish to bring up at the meeting this evening?
Mr. Chair? Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I'll be quick. You and I had the opportunity to attend the Highland Meadows park opening. This is just phase one. There was a lot of excitement, I would say, from the community members out there. The county staff, the state, all did a fantastic job in getting that done. And I look forward to continuing to provide those services out there, especially as we go into phase two development. So thank you to everybody who did that.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to, just the staff again, at the Belen Senior Center, they did senior prom for our seniors, and the OEP does an amazing job taking care of our seniors, and they had so much fun out there dancing. I hate to say this, they wore me out trying to just watch them. They do an amazing job at the OEP, and Jonathan, if you just relay that, I'm very impressed with what they did.
Thank you. Both of those, yeah, good things happening in the county. So those are real positive events that took place. Anything else, Commissioners?
Mr. Chair, excited to announce that the entirety of that affordable housing down payment assistance grant has been spent 2 months ahead of schedule. So thank you to staff. Thank you for Dave for all your hard work on that. And hopefully we can get that reloaded and get a little bit more from the same department into this next fiscal year.
Also good news. Thank you. Anything else, Commissioners? Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Moving right along, continuing on with that good news. We got some good news this past week. I'm going to ask Fire Chief Prop to come up and talk about our ambulance certification. So we'll go with him, and then I got a couple other items right after.
Chief, welcome.
Oh, try that again. Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners. Just wanted to present an update. I know that we've been in this process for what seems like forever, but we were finally awarded our Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity, which now makes us a certified ambulance service under the state of New Mexico. So that process is complete, and we now hold that certification. So again, I know this has been a long time coming. We've been at it and at it and at it, but we finally reached the end, and now we're certified. So just wanted to provide that update to you.
Yeah, that's just incredible. What you're doing with the department, it's just constantly evolving, and the public safety aspect is just improving across the county. So thank you and your rest of your staff for all the efforts that are being put forth
Absolutely.
into the fire department and EMS.
Thank you, Chairman. Appreciate it.
Anything else, commissioners?
Mr. Chair?
Please.
So I hate to put more work on you, but next thing you know, I'd like for you to get with Dave, and let's get it where we can transport for the hospitals and actually get paid by the insurance companies, so we can make your staff bigger and better, and it doesn't cost from your budget.
So Commissioner, we're already in that process. We're already working with our reporting vendor, billing vendor, so that process is already moving forward.
Thank you.
Anything else, commissioners? Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and moving along from there, early voting starts next week, commissioners, and as we all know, the commission chambers where you're all sitting tonight is where we house early voting for the majority of May, I think, if not all of May. And so in the past, we've had some difficulties managing campaigning outside the building. There are definitely some restrictions as it relates to how far from the doorways you can be in. And obviously there's no campaigning at all on county property. So we were approached by a manager of a candidacy, and they were talking about, you know, how do we campaign this year during early voting? We want to be in compliance. We want to do things the right way. So I've tasked Gabe Gabe is our safety director, and I've tasked him with working out some things for people to know when they are campaigning, how far 100 feet from our door is. He's gotten with the Village of Los Angeles on use of sidewalks and everything like that. So I'll turn it over to him, and we're going to get this information out to the parties so that they can share that with their candidates as well. That way everybody, you know, stays safe and compliant out there.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. Yes, as Jonathan mentioned, we've had some inquiries already from the public and from some campaigns about campaigning and signage, T-shirts, things like that, as to what can be shown during early voting. Again, this is a polling site starting next Tuesday, May 8th. So I've been instructed by Jonathan to kind of instruct staff to reach out to the Village of Los Lunas to see what their ordinances state. Again, our ordinance states clearly that campaigning is not allowed on county property, which includes the south lot, the dirt lot here, that is also considered county property, which will not be allowed. 100 feet from the doors is also not allowed for campaigning, so we will have markers out there so that people know where they can and can't be. I've been meeting with staff for the last week and a half or so, just letting them know, if you guys see something, let me know, let the manager's office know. And just so the public is aware, the entity to call if they do see something that they think is wrong as far as campaigning goes is the Bureau of Elections. And their phone number is 505-866-2080. Everything is on our website. Everything will be pushed out on our socials as well, so that if anybody does have any questions, they should be able to find it on the website or within here. If they come in here, we will direct them to the BOE, and they can get their answers that way. But if I may, Mr. Chair, I'll just read our comprehensive ordinance real quick.
Please.
Thank you. Valencia County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance. Temporary political signs advertising candidates of issues may be erected on private property with consent of the property owners during an election campaign. Such signs shall conform to the requirements of the state and shall not be erected prior to 90 days before the election and shall be removed within 10 days after the election. Chapter 154.166 C1 Valencia County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance 2009 Supplement 2. So again, we're here to help. If people do have questions, please come see us. Please give a call or whatever they may need, and I'll stand for any questions.
Commissioners, any questions? Commissioners, none? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Mr. Chair, just to add to that, as there is no campaigning on county property in particular, there are some local businesses, local properties just across the street. They may still be within that 100-foot limit, but Gabe is going to have those marked off. I would suggest campaigns that do wish to be out during that month-long process to get with those public properties and public businesses and see if they're willing to let you campaign on their properties, so that, you know, you're still able to do that. But yeah, if you guys, if any campaigns have any questions, Gabe Luna is the one to reach out to at the county, And you can call the manager's office, we'll get you to him as well. So that way we just keep, order for the early election and make sure everything goes smoothly in that effort. A couple other comments just relating to meetings coming up. As we all know that there's going to be a town hall tomorrow evening. I just want to restate that in the record. April 30th, 2026 at 6 p.m. The location is Ann Parish Elementary School at 112 Meadow Lake Road in Los Lunas, New Mexico. That will be in regards to the East Side expansion. That is town hall. The moderator will be Molson Corbin, and that will be a forum for the community to continue to add their comments to this this project and allow the commission to be able to hear those comments of the public as well as the engineers. So I want to restate that again for the record. It's 6 p.m. tomorrow evening at Ann Parish Elementary. With the recent uptick in our public comment, we recently had made comment about our next meeting being affected by the early election, and we're going to move that to the fire administration training room. That room is probably a little too small for the crowds we've been having lately. So we've been talking with the sheriff's office, and they have granted us access into their training room. It's much bigger. So we're changing the meeting from the fire administration building on the 20th of May to the sheriff's training room, which is just across the street from our administration building. So that's a short, just a quick update. We made that decision the other day. I think it was Monday. We had that conversation that room was probably just too small at this point. So I know it's on this agenda stating that it will be at the fire admin, but advertised it will be at the Sheriff's Training Center just across the street. So just wanted to also let that be known for the public as well. And that concludes my comments, Mr. Chair.
Anything else, commissioners? Please.
One question, Jonathan. At the Ann Parish, is it going to be at the cafeteria?
Lena, that's at the cafeteria, right? It's in the cafeteria? Yes. So the cafeteria of Ann Parish.
Then we're going to make sure that they have microphones so everybody can hear.
Yeah, we will be carrying our speaker and microphone there.
And Molson will also be providing audio.
And for the record, Molson will have audio at that as well.
Anything else? Good enough. We'll go ahead and move on to our action items. Item number 6, appointment of 3 freeholders as county road viewers. Ms. Chavez, or Benavides, I'm sorry.
Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners. I'm here to request to appoint 3 freeholders to review a portion of roadway on 455 Highway 314 in Los Lunas. I request Sue Moran, Ron Robbins, and Philip Sublet. That I stand for any questions.
Any questions of Ms. Benavides? Here's there's none. Recommendation, please.
Mr. Chair,
Please.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the candidates.
Second. I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Richardson. Any discussion on the motion of the second? See none. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lena. Item 7, approval of recognition, recording of accounts payable and payroll disbursements. Manager Aragon.
Mr. Chair, today I'm asking approval of the recording of accounts payable and payroll disbursements. These items have been prepared as normal. They've been reviewed by Mr. Paul Ludy, who is assisting us from Cibola County in the Finance Department, as well as our senior accountant and by myself. These have been double, triple checked. Everything's looking good. And I recommend approval of both the accounts payable and payroll disbursements at this time.
Any questions of Manager Aragon? Be none. Recommendation, please.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion of the second? Be none. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bezzell, your vote? Yes. Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, they stand approved. Okay, item 8, approval of a resolution, local bars. Manager Aragon.
Mr. Chair, I'm gonna combine my comments for both 8 and 9, but you should take action on them separately. For items 8 and 9, the state and local bars, they have been prepared in accordance with DFA standards. They've been reviewed and confirmed by both Mr. Ludi and myself. Each request includes detailed descriptions to facilitate clarity and ease of reference. The local bars, again, after receiving internal approval, will be ready for processing immediately. And the state bars do require formal approval from DFA before they can proceed, which takes a couple days, but we've been very successful in getting those reviewed and turned around quickly from DFA, and everything looks good to them as well. So I recommend approval of both items 8 and 9. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them.
Any questions, Manager Aragon, regarding the state or local bars? Very good. Item 8 is approval of a resolution for local bars. A recommendation, please.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I have a motion for approval by Commissioner Bezzell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion or the second? Seeing none, Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bezzell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, they are approved.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, that resolution is 2026-28.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, item 9, approval of a resolution, state bars. Manager Aragon has already gone through that. Is there a recommendation on this, please?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion for approval by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Richardson. Any discussion on the motion or the second? There be none. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bezzell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, they stand approved.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this resolution is 2026-29.
Okay, item 10, direction to staff to publish an ordinance amending Chapter 110 of the Valencia County Code of Ordinances. Manager Aragon.
If I might, Mr. Chairman?
Oh, please.
Certainly. Mr. Chairman, we're requesting that pursuant to 437.7, you direct the publication of the title and general summary of an ordinance that will amend our business license and registration ordinance. The consideration or the proposed amendments would do basically 3 things. One, it would bring in line with the Commission's direction and previous policies regarding property tax, being current on your property taxes. It also brings in the current practice and policy of not issuing a business license if the zoning is incorrect. For instance, it doesn't make any sense to approve a business license for a nuclear power plant and then deny it being in a residential district. And the third thing that it would do would again, we have Senate Bill 96 that went into effect, which requires that child's daycare centers and the like be basically permitted uses. And so there's also a section in the law that changed regarding business licenses. So the third part is to update our code of ordinances to be consistent with the new state law that will go into effect July 1st. And if you all would like to proceed with this, then the motion would be to direct staff.
Any questions of Mr.
It will
Nance?
be heard at the next meeting, I believe, on the 20th.
Any questions of Mr. Nance? Seeing none, recommendation, please?
Mr. Chair,
Please.
I'd like to make a motion to direct staff to publish the ordinance amending Chapter 110 of the Valencia County Code of Ordinances.
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Bazell, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion of the second? Being none, Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it is approved. Okay. Item 11 is approval of a resolution directing further evaluation of the East Side Extension alternatives and expanded public participation. Manager Aragon?
Mr. Chairman, if I might handle this one for him.
That'll be fine.
So after the last county commission meeting, we certainly heard from the public regarding their concerns regarding the narrowing of the east side expansion alternatives. I had several commissioners reach out to me and ask me if we could restore all the original options, the 12 options that existed, and add a no option alternative. So before you have a draft resolution that would do just that. That would restore the 12 east side expansion options as well as add a no option alternative. And I believe that those will be discussed in further detail tomorrow night at the meeting with the engineer architect. And I stand for any questions to the board.
Any questions of Mr. Peta? There's none. Is there a recommendation, please?
Mr. Chair, I would like to make a motion to approve the resolution as presented.
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner Berry. Any discussion on the motion or the second? There be none. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, it is approved.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this resolution is 2026-30.
Before you read these, the speaker outside is not working. I'm going to see if Matthew can come.
We're going to just have a short delay. We're trying to get the speaker in the foyer working so that everybody can hear the public comments. So give us just a minute, if you would, please.
Matthew, could you come assist me in turning the speaker on the, out in the hallway on? Can you hear us out there, Gabe? Is that better? Okay.
Okay, looks like we got things working now. So we'll go ahead and move on to our public comment. Quite a few here again this evening. I'll just briefly go over some of the rules. Public comment is, you'll be allowed 3 minutes. There is a timer that's on this desk here. There'll be a buzzer that goes off when your time has expired. At that point, if you're not through talking, I just ask that you finish at that point and kindly take your seats, and we'll move on to the next person. I'm going to ask again that during the public comment that there's no clapping or outbursts from the audience, and that all of your comments are directed to the commission and not to staff. So again, appreciate you abiding by the rules that have been set forth, and we'll get started. First, we have Maria Leyva Delgado. And if you'll just state your name for the record as you get to the microphone, please.
So, thank you for allowing me to speak to you this evening. My name is Maria Leyva Delgado, owner of a few parcels and 2 structures in very close proximity to Highway 47 and Hyde Lane, where the boulevard is gonna end on 47. This is my 3rd time here presenting my family's concerns. I have been praying God opens your hearts to listen to the concerns we as a community have expressed. Our selection of where our house was built was strategically designed for safety reasons and privacy, keeping our child in mind. Again, our major concern with this expansion of the boulevard is the safety risk of living next to a major road. There was recently a shooting that happened east of our community, and there was a fatality, and it was related to a traffic incident. Our health is being impacted as there is unthinkable anxiety over thinking we will be exposing our child to that environment. In addition to that risk comes another inherent risk about crashes. Based on crash statistics gathered by Storefront Safety Council, 100 vehicle into building crashes happened daily, resulting in over 16,000 crashes and about 2,600 fatalities. It was also reported in a 22 analysis that this approximation is underestimated. As mentioned in the last meeting, how can a zone identified as watch for children be classified differently just because we're adding a highway? I have mentioned that Molson and Corbin indicated to me by email that it's generally recommended to maximize and improve existing infrastructure before constructing any new roads. We would like to see the traffic reports that indicate that improving existing roads is not going to be sufficient to accommodate the incoming traffic. It also has been communicated to us that they initiated the evaluation of North El Cerro Loop as an alternative, but this has not been completed or publicized. Don't understand why the other 12 alternatives would take priority over this. And regarding tomorrow's town hall meeting, I understand the objective is to inform the public and hear the comments from the public. From the bottom of my heart, I wonder if this will be an item to mark as complete, or if it will actually have an impact on your decision to select an alternative. I highly suggest that you please consider existing roads for the safety of our families and the well-being of this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Sam Adams.
I have a handout that also includes my questions.
Sure.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Sam Adams. I've lived in the Ponderosa Farms area since 2002, and I'm here to describe the lose-lose scenario facing the residents off of Otero and Arona Roads. County Manager, Grant Manager Jeremiah Silva confirmed that while Phase 1 ends in 2029, the East Side extension is at least a decade away. That means that for 10 years, 40% of Main Street traffic, up to 13,000 vehicles, will be dumped onto Highway 47. If even a fraction of those vehicles use Otero and then Arona as a through street, our neighborhood becomes unlivable. Otero is a narrow, rural road with no center stripe. We have speed bumps, but they are not effective. We have a 3-way stop at Ponderosa Farms that is ignored daily. I've nearly been hit turning out of my neighborhood more times than I can count. I invite any of you to grab a lawn chair and sit in the intersection of Otero and Ponderosa Farms at approximately 5:45 on any weekday afternoon. You will see exactly what we live with currently. Then multiply that exponentially once traffic increases upon completion of the Los Lunas Boulevard at Highway 47. I've called the sheriff's office repeatedly over the years. They probably have me on file as a repeat caller, to get them to ticket people as a deterrent. No results. Never saw them out there. I know the reality. There aren't enough officers. I doubt that this will change for the better in the ensuing years. At what point does this become a priority to you? Does it take a pedestrian, a horseback rider, or a child waiting at a bus stop to get killed for this commission to acknowledge that residential streets cannot be used as highway relief valves? While I'm adamantly opposed to the East Side extension, I'm here today to demand immediate mitigation for the decade of traffic headed our way. I'm requesting immediate traffic mitigation, commit to traffic calming measures, including posted weight limits, local traffic only restrictions for Otero and Arona roads before phase 1 options. Number 2, a community protection bond, ensuring future funding includes a mandatory budget to protect and restore residential streets impacted by this project. Number 3, reevaluation of alignments, reopen the study of the east-west routes, the resolution you just approved earlier, and prioritize options that do not cut through Otero or Arona roads. At our recent community meeting, Commissioner Bazell and Commissioner Richardson offered that they would offer this 12 options back, and that was approved tonight on Resolution 2026-30. However, at that meeting, it was proposed that it would be the original 12 options, a no-build option plus 2 alternatives, and I did not hear that in this resolution that was just passed earlier.
Thank you. Okay, next, Tom Perez.
Talked with the governor a week and a half ago when she was in Los Lunas. Had a nice talk with her, and I told her, the chairman won't call me neck bone. And she goes, I'm gonna have to talk to him about that.
Tell her, call me. Yeah. Thank you, Tom, go ahead.
Thank you guys for doing something in Highland Meadows finally. It's about time. They need a community center, they need a polling place, they need lunches for the seniors. They need services, which gets me into my next thing. The Old American program, I guess they had a meeting last week or something. I heard about it after the fact, and like 2 people showed up, 2 seniors. My wife and I have both been members, alternate members of the Older American Advisory Board in the past. When I was on the commission, I changed the way the members are picked. Before it was a popularity contest, now it's picked by the commissioners. I think it's probably working out better. I suggest that the county manager and the commissioner for whatever district the community center is in, senior center, to go there and meet with the seniors, sit down and have lunch, talk to them, see what their needs and desires are. And sometimes, I'll tell you what days to go have lunch, because some days you don't want to have lunch. Let me show you a picture. This is October 8th, 2023. Burnt bratwurst, a spoonful of sauerkraut. That's supposed to be green beans and broccoli. The seniors deserve better. They really do. They deserve a decent meal. Now, I know you can do better. Cibola County, they do 300 meals. You do 600 meals here a day. Cibola County, a third the size of Valencia County, does 300 meals. I can show you pictures of their meals. They're fantastic. They're really good. They're balanced, they're edible, they're tasteful. People really enjoy them. Do a little bit better for the seniors. The seniors built this country. They deserve a little bit more. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Kathy Sanchez.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. My husband Carl and I have currently lived at 21 Quail Run Drive. Our property backs up to Arona Road, one of the proposed routes for the Los Lunas Boulevard project. We have lived there for 41 years. We have gone from dirt road that was nearly impassable when it rained, which we don't get rain now, so, to gravel roads, to finally having pavement. The proposed route is by far the worst thing that could possibly happen to this lovely country neighborhood. We enjoy raising livestock on this property that our children have showed in 4-H for many years. We used to enjoy nice walks with our children and bike rides too. Now when we go out with our grandchildren, we have to constantly be aware of the road racers, heavy equipment trucks, and the like, taking our lives in our own hands. All of this on a 2-lane rural road, not meant for this kind of traffic. We hate to think what we would be dealing with when a 4-lane highway comes through our backyard. Roaring road racers at night and daytime always has us concerned if our back fence will be intact each day. Numerous vehicles daily run the stop sign located at Arona and Berry Hill Road. I have also seen myself school buses run the stop sign. Apparently stop is only a suggestion. Does that sound safe to you? When the North El Cerro Loop is closed due to an accident, guess where the traffic goes? To Arona and Otero roads. People along Fire Station Road and Los Cerritos have to deal with this traffic as well. North and South El Cerro loops should have been made 4 lanes years ago. We personally are lucky that we stand to lose 1/3 of an acre. Others could lose their entire homes. Please don't ruin our beautiful neighborhoods with a 4-lane highway. Keep our way of life safe. So much agricultural land has already been subdivided into small 1 to 2 acre properties. Don't make it even worse than it already is. Thank you for the time this evening, and please make your decisions wisely. Our life is in your hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Bruce Yates.
Good evening, Commissioners, and thank you for allowing me this time to speak at this meeting. My name is Bruce Yates. I live at 132 Arona Road in Los Lunas. When I moved to this valley 30+ years ago, I looked for a place to build my home. I had several criteria, one of which was that the location had no major thoroughfare nearby, yet was easily accessible. I found that place and built a home. The location has served me well, up till now. The proposed Los Lunas Boulevard would be within literal spitting distance from my bedrooms of my house. It would totally destroy my entire neighborhood and lifestyle that me and each of my neighbors have paid dearly for. No matter what option you choose for the Los Lunas Boulevard, there will be a choke point somewhere. So I ask you, what value is it to disrupt so many neighborhoods just to move the choke point further east? The areas that need to have a route for access to their respective properties have to split at some point. And the most efficient place for the split is at Highway 47 where it meets Los Lunas Boulevard. I propose that you strongly consider stopping Los Lunas Boulevard where it intersects with Highway 47. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up we have Tracy Horton.
Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Tracy Horton. First of all, I'd like to thank the council for starting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much. So I have lived in Los Lunas for 24 years now. My husband has lived here his entire life, and we live on Fire Station Road. Currently, we are living there, but when I moved here 25 years ago to purposely get away from Los Angeles, because we all know what a hellhole that is, I purchased a home in Las Maravillas. I wanted a safe and peaceful and affordable home to raise my children. I still have my mom's home there. I knew exactly what the transportation issues were, but I chose that. So now the developers have overrun the east side irresponsibly without prior infrastructure. It has become an issue. But let me ask you this. Why would I or anyone else be so selfish to solve their own chosen transportation inconvenience by taking land from homeowners that have been here for generations? You are financing others' inconvenience on the blood of others' investments, peace and quiet, farmlands, horse properties, etc. I have had many friends lose their homes due to eminent domain. It was heart-wrenching and a total overreach of government. There are so many more logical options, such as the north and south El Cerro loops. There is north and south Rio del Oro. The North Loop already directly ties into Meadow Lake Road, and it connects directly to Manzano and Highway 263. Those roads could all be 4 lanes very easily. So I propose that there is no boulevard. Stop this boulevard from coming through my neighbors and my homes. Our properties and our children's and our lives will be destroyed by this. Please, I beg you, stop this boulevard. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Jessica Reed?
Hello, I'm Jessica Reed. I would encourage the commission when considering expansion options to value organic growth that protects slowly built neighborhoods. I believe healthy growth is not explosive or artificial. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Steve Montoya.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Steve Montoya. I live at 88 Otero Road. I moved here 21 years ago. I was fortunate enough to retire at age 53. My wife worked for the court system, and she went to work every day in the county back in California. She thought she was either going to have to retire or kill someone. She worked in the criminal division. So she saw entire families come through. I told her, you got your 20 years plus in, retire. She pulled the plug, and I said, go back to New Mexico and find us a place to live. I spent a lot of my childhood in Santa Fe. My father was born and raised in Santa Fe. Montoya is like Smith in California, in Santa Fe, right? Having said that, we purchased our property off Otero with a little bit of land, primarily because of the serenity. I sat last week at Gabe Trujillo's place and looked across the way as we were having our meeting there about this exact subject. And I thought, man, you can hear the birds chirp. You can hear just the wind coming through. Just a serene place, you know? And when things begin to bother you and it affects your ability to enjoy your property, it becomes what they call a nuisance. I implore you to look up that word. The only thing that I can say bad about Otero Road is early in the morning or late in the evening, those particular people that are going off to work that decide to leave late to get to work, they're doing 40, 50, 60 miles an hour down that road. A lot of times I'll go up to the edge of the road. I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning. I invite any of you to come out there and see the same thing. If you put 4 lanes down Otero Road, how fast do you think they'll be doing then? The other thing you might want to take a look at is when they start to put highways into subdivisions or into serene areas such as ours, crime goes up. There's statistics that prove it. So I just implore you, don't put a 4-lane road down Otero. Don't disturb our serenity, our peace that we enjoy there. I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, next up, Gabe Hernandez. Gabe Hernandez. Gabe?
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening.
My name is Gabe Hernandez, and I've lived here in Los Lunas for 38 years. I'm going to be 42 this year. And I live off of 127 Arona Road, and that is my livelihood. Right there by Gabe's place, I fished on those ditch banks, all around those ditch banks, all my life with my friends. I've built lasting friendships and built lasting bonds with people. And it would just be a shame to build a major highway through our neighborhood. We've put a lot of time and a lot of work into our yard. We take a lot of pride in our community, and we would hate to see it get destroyed. And I just wish that you guys would think about this big decision about how it's going to impact our youngsters. You know, right now we're living in a time right now where, you know, kids are very isolated, and it's nice to see them ride their bikes around the neighborhood and to see peace in our neighborhood. So I just ask that you take that into consideration and think about the safety of our kids. Thank you very much, Commissioners.
Thank you. Next up, Luis Hernandez. Luis Hernandez. Okay. Jessica Montano.
Good evening, and thank you once again for the opportunity to speak to you. My name is Jessica Montano, lifelong resident of Valencia County, and I reside with my husband on Otero. I want to first thank you for your vote this evening to revisit all 12 of the Los Lunas Boulevard East Side expansion routes, and most importantly, adding the option of no road at all. I recognize the need to prepare for a growing community, just as you have outlined in the Valencia County Comprehensive Plan 2022. A major goal of the comprehensive plan is to allow Valencia County to grow consciously in ways that preserve historic agricultural communities while accommodating the long-term need for a changing population. That's page 4 of your comprehensive plan. Our community was surveyed on several key issues that align with that major goal. When Valencia County residents were surveyed, 51% indicated that agricultural and farmland were the most desired land. The least desired use of land when surveyed, 37% of our residents indicated large-scale retail, and 28% indicated that suburban development was of the least desired land use. When our county surveyed our community's priorities, small business, farming, and agriculture were ranked the top 2. Conscious development requires very delicate balance. I commend you for entertaining other options that allow for the green belt of our valley to maintain its rich natural and cultural heritage, and the best part of living in Valencia County, which your surveys also say 69% of our residents say the rural character of Valencia County. I know you are all aware of the data collected, but for the record and for the sake of the audience, I'd like to share a bit more from the plan. Just over 76,000 people reside in the Valencia County. 8,270 live in Valencia County and work in Valencia County, but over 20,000 residents work in other counties, 77% of them Bernalillo. I travel North Loop 4 days a week, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the majority of the vehicles coming from the East Mesa are headed northbound, maybe 77%. If the majority of our residents are heading north, then my question is, how will a road that cuts through Arona and Otero headed west to I-25 serve them? Something to ponder when exercising that delicate balance. As our community moves forward with an annual growth expectancy of 3% in the next 20 years, I urge you to also take into consideration zone changes and other avenues for large-scale corporations to reside in our community. Opportunity zoning leaves our county vulnerable and does not align with the goals as a community. Commercial zone changes from rural agricultural zone areas will force more roadways.
Thank you.
Please keep special interest out of your decision-making.
But again, I've asked you to please, no clapping, no interruptions. Let's be respectful of the commission's rules, and let's be respectful of everybody who wants to talk. So please, I'm going to ask you one more time, and that's it. Annette Castillo?
Good evening, Chair, Commissioners. My name's Annette Castillo, and I live just right off of Arona Road. When we were thinking about moving to a rural area, my decision was water and gardening. That's my passion. I helped my grandpa in his last 10 years to garden and feed 150 of our family members on every single holiday. So he taught me the love for gardening. So with that in mind, we thought, well, this is a great place for us to, be able to teach our kids. There's water. We saw Meadow Lake, and up there, that was out of the option because there was no water. South Valley, Albuquerque, on the west side of the freeway, no water. So another thing is the commute was important because I was a full-time FedEx freight driver at the time, and my husband was going to stay home with the two littles, but I understood I was going to be driving all day and then all day to get home. That was okay to have that gardening life and also the quiet nights with just stars in the sky. And no noise, no traffic. The traffic was done. When I got home, the traffic was done. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm home all day because I'm, with the kids homeschool aid, and the traffic's chasing me. I don't understand how you guys are able to consider putting a road in this beautiful area with Meadow Lake, knowing that, and the people there knew there was only one way, a couple ways in and out, and they know the commute. But I don't think it's fair for the people who live there, where I live, to take away our serenity to be able to make their commute a little bit easier. I think we need to work on the north loop, make it 3-4 lanes, safer for them. The need is them. They need a good commute. And also we need safer roads around Arona and Otero with maybe flashing stop signs, more speed bumps and different things like that. But the expectations to be able to cater to both, up the hill and us is your job, and it's hard. It's like a parent, they should be expecting to have a commute up there, to have no water up there, to have no roads, but let's give them roads, sidewalks, water, a good park, a good community without taking from the heart of Valencia, which is the Otero Arona neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next person, I can't read the name, but I think the last name might be Lawrence. Nothing like that, close to it. I'm going to move on to the last one on the list, and if you've signed up and I didn't call your name after we get to the next one, please just raise your hand and we'll go ahead and bring you up. But like I said, I just can't read the name. Richard Townsend.
Good evening. I'm Richard Townsend. I live off of Otero Road on Jaybird Loop. I've got a couple of questions for you regarding the East Side Extension. One, it was brought up at one of the meetings that we had. A couple of the commissioners came and attended, and we asked questions and had discussion. And it was brought up that we can't take property values into consideration when picking routes. You guys are a fiduciary committee, correct? You collect and oversee the taxation and setting the taxes within the community. So if you're not looking at bulldozing $1 million structures and $1 million homes versus picking a route where there's $30,000 properties, those $1 million homes generate more in taxes than the entire property value of other routes. That's either ignorance or stupidity. If it's ignorance, that's okay because you don't know any better. If it's stupidity, that's unacceptable as commissioners. Next thing is, who authorized the lighted signs? Because when we were talked to, we were told, you need to pay attention to the agenda. Now when it's up, advertising, it's bold lighted signs and somebody's paying for that. It's either the contractor or it's the county commission is paying to advertise with bold lighted signs at every intersection for the East Side extension for them up in the Mission. But when those of us that are opposed to it, we're told, well, you should have paid attention to the agenda. I'm sorry, I work in wildland fire where I go out for 21 days at a time, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. When I come home, I'm damn tired. I'm not looking for an agenda. I'm getting ready to go on fire season now. And this year we have no water. It's going to be busy. I get 3 days off between rolls on fire. So when exactly am I supposed to look for your agenda? Lastly, I'd like to recommend that you guys reevaluate all of it. Stop listening to the salesman that's out here, Moles and Corbin. They're in it for the money. They're a 100% profit organization. Listen to the community. That's who you're supposed to be representing. I don't know if any of you have read that's on the wall, but you're supposed to be here serving the people, not serving yourself and ruling over the people. It frankly pissed me off when you guys said, oh, well, we'll just take it for taking my land. I didn't serve my country for 22 years and retire to have someone say, oh, well, we'll just take it. The government is supposed to serve the people, not try and rule over them. That's all I've got for you.
Thank you. Okay. We still got one person that I cannot read their writing. Did somebody sign up to speak that I have not called yet? Just come up and state your name for the record. I'll allow you that opportunity too. Thank you. But what I will ask you to do is, before you start speaking, if you just sign the sheet so that we have a copy of who's speaking, you can just sign right up there, please. Or print, however you want to do it. Okay, just state your name for the record. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Veronica Baeza. I am a resident of Troy's district. I live on Jaybird Loop. I am here to formally express my strong opposition to the current proposed route of the Los Lunas Boulevard extension through Otero and Arona area. While I understand the goal of improving regional traffic flow, the current plan proposes significant threat for our neighborhood safety, property values, rural character, and overall sense of community. I've lived in District 3, Mr. Sparksman's district, for 20 years and continue to visit weekly as my grandmother resides in our former home. I recognize that the traffic is a concern. However, there is more urgent public safety issues that require immediate attention in District 3. In my grandmother's neighborhood and my old neighborhood, many streets lack proper signage, stop signs, and paved roads. During a medical emergency, paramedics were unable to locate her home due to the absence of street signs, and my mother had to go and find and guide the paramedics there. Situations like this highlight critical infrastructure deficiencies that put residents at risk. Additionally, when it rains, the streets flood, and vehicles often left stranded in the mud. Even though it doesn't rain that much, that's how bad the streets are. These pressing concerns directly impact life and safety, yet they remain unaddressed. As a member of this community, I am frustrated a major highway project is being prioritized over these immediate and essential needs in District 3. My family has lived in District 3 for the past 6 years, and this project will directly affect, or District 2, I'm sorry, for the past 6 years, and this project will directly affect the home my parents worked 28 years to achieve. They have invested their lives in building stability for our home in District 2 and continue to support and contribute to District 3. as I ask that you take into account the impact this decision will have on families like mine and the broader community you serve. Thank you.
Thank you. Emma, you wanted to speak also? If I could also just get you to sign the sign-up sheet for us, please?
Sure.
You just sign line 2 there. Okay, just state your name for the record, please.
Good evening, Commission. Thank you for hosting us tonight. Several of you have fielded calls from us this week as we're very concerned about our community. You showed up to, Mr. Bazell and Mr. Richardson showed up to our last community meeting that we have hosted and gathered together by ourselves, grassroots community. And we were promised to have the 13 options and 2 new options, which one of those options were no boulevard. I did not hear that in the meeting tonight. I would love to hold that to you. We do not want this option. Again, I'm going to just second my community here is that nobody moved here for convenience. Nobody moved here to have a Walmart. Nobody moved here to have a high school really close. I've grown up in Tomei my entire life. I went to Los Lunas High School. I went to UNM. I've commuted my entire life. So if the East Side is really, really worried about expansion and growth, we need to address that separately because we can't even manage the West Side. The West Side has 0 infrastructure. There is no way to get through this town in an immediate and an effective manner. And all we're doing is adding to the conflict of that. We're having something dump out onto Highway 47 into a rural community. And we have it on good authority that there is a lot of special interest here. Mr. Richardson, I do not want to call you out specifically because I appreciate you for your phone calls, but the Meckenbuyers, the E-Deals, there is so much special interest behind this construction. There's special interest on the east side, Molson and Corbin, and nobody wants to call that out because nobody wants to be the bad guy. I'm going to be the bad guy. I do not support this. I do not support the growth. You guys and everybody with their land is entitled to their profit. We all have earned it. We have all worked hard, but it's not at the expense of your constituents. It is not at the expense of us who have 1.5 acre that we have worked our entire lives for to be taken away because there is expansion, AI, Facebook, all kinds of special interest up on the east side. You can't support it on the west side. You can't support it on the east side. Let's make a better road. Let's make a better option. Please don't take our family homes away. This is our family. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there you go. At this time, we'll go ahead and close our public comment portion of the meeting. Tonight, we do have an executive session on our agenda. Mr. Nance, would you please announce that?
Mr. Chairman, pursuant to Section 1015-1 H2, the following matters may be discussed in closed session under Personnel. Fire Chief Matthew Prop.
Okay. This time I need a motion to go into executive session for the stated reasons, please.
So moved.
A motion by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Richardson, I believe. Did you second it? Okay. Okay. Any discussion on the motion of the second? Be done. Commissioner Richardson, your vote? Yes. Commissioner Bazell, your vote? Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. We will report out shortly. Go ahead, guys. Ready. This time I need a motion to reconvene in regular session, please.
Moved.
Second.
A motion to reconvene by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Sparkman. Any discussion on the motion of the second? None. Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote? Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Johnson, would you summarize the items discussed in closed session for us, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The items discussed in closed session, or the item was limited to that in the motion of closure, specifically Fire Chief Matthew Prop under personnel, and no final action was taken.
Motion to that effect, please.
So moved.
Have a motion by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Bazell. Any discussion on the motion of the second? Being none, Commissioner Richardson, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Bazell, your vote? Yes. Commissioner Berry, your vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparkman, your vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay. Have a couple announcements. Our scheduled meeting for May the 6th is a business meeting. That has been canceled. Next meeting that we will have is May 20th, 26th. It'll be a public hearing business meeting. That's going to be at 5:00 p.m. It'll be at the Valencia County Sheriff's Training Center room across the street, and that'll be also Facebook Live. And we have that town hall tomorrow. That's at what time? 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. at
That'll be at
Penn
Ben Parish Elementary School in the cafeteria, correct? Okay. Are there any closing comments from fellow commissioners? Be none, we are adjourned. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah, I'll be in